Hello. So today's video is about how to make one of these little scrunchies, a crocheted scrunchie that you can put on your bun or ponytail, or even wear as a little rough bracelet if you want to. So what you're going to need is a hair band like this, a crochet hook, 3.5, 4, something like that, some yarn, this is double knit, I think this is a bit thinner than that, obviously a pair of scissors, and then just a needle, darning needle to darn in your ends. Okay, so start with your hairband and your hook. Put your hook through the hairband, then you need a little loop of your yarn. Put that over the hook, pull it through the hairband, and then you're going to pull both of these ends through that loop. So that means your wool is attached to your hairband. Okay, now this loose end, rather than darning it in afterwards, if you hold it along with the hairband, then you're going to be able to crochet over it, which will make it inside the crochet. Okay, so what I do with my yarn is I put it over my first 2 fingers, under my third one, and then wrapped around my little finger, and that allows me to hold all the tension, and I've got my hairband and my yarn held between my thumb and my first finger. So we're going to do double crochet all round this ring. So just put your hook through the hairband, pull a loop through. So you've now got 2 loops on the hook. Grab some more yarn and pull that through those 2 loops, and that's your first double crochet done. So that's through the hairband, grab some yarn, pull it right through. You've got 2 loops on your hook, grab some more yarn and pull that through both loops. Through the hairband, grab some yarn, pull it through, grab some more yarn, go through both loops, and that's double crochet. So you're going to carry on all the way around that ring until it's covered with double crochet. Try not to stretch it too much, maybe 50-60 stitches. So I'll carry on and put all those stitches on, and then we'll go on to the second row. Okay, so I've now got 50 double crochet around that hairband. So I'm just going to put a slip stitch into my first stitch just to finish off that ring. So go through the 2 loops of the first stitch, grab some yarn, come back through that first stitch, back through the loop on your hook, and that's that first row finished. So now we're going to do 2 chain just to get up high enough to do the next row, and then we're going to do a treble crochet into every double crochet. So I've got 50 double crochet, so that'll be 50 trebles. So again, I've got the wool over my first 2 fingers, under my third finger, round my little finger, and I'm holding my work between my thumb and my first finger. So this time for a treble, you're going to grab a loop of wool first, then you're going to go through that first stitch from the previous row, grab some yarn, pull it through. You've now got 3 loops on your hook, grab some yarn, come through 2 of those loops. Now you've got 2 loops, grab some yarn, come through those 2 loops, and that's a treble. So we'll do that again. We're going to do one of those in every double crochet round this hairband. So grab some yarn, go through the top of the next double crochet, grab some more yarn, come back through, grab some yarn through 2 loops, grab some yarn through 2 loops. Okay, so grab some yarn, go through the next double crochet, grab some yarn, pull it through, grab some yarn, go through 2 loops, grab some yarn, go through 2 loops. So I'm just going to carry on round this ring, putting 1 treble crochet into each double crochet. So there were 50 double crochet, so on this row there'll be 50 treble crochet. Right, so I've gone all the way round the ring, putting a treble into each double crochet from the previous row. So I'm just going to do a slip stitch just to finish off that row. So you go into, put your hook into the first stitch of the row, grab some yarn, pull it through that first stitch, and then pull it through the loop on the hook, and that's that round finished. Okay, so for this next round, what I did with my original scrunchie here was I did 1 treble in the top of the first stitch and then 2 trebles into the second stitch, 1 treble in the third, 2 trebles in the fourth, 1 treble in the fifth, 2 trebles in the sixth. So that's how it ended up being a little bit ruffled like this. I thought this time I'm going to try and make it a little bit more lacy rather than it being quite so solid. So what I'm going to do is 1 treble in each stitch, but 2 chain between each of those treble. So just to get up to the right height to start the stitches, you need to do 2 chain, and then we're going to do 1 treble. So that's grab your yarn, go through the stitch from the previous row, grab your yarn, bring that through that first stitch, got 3 loops on the hook, grab your yarn through 2 loops, grab your yarn through 2 loops. So that's your first treble done. Then I'm going to do 2 chains, so that's just grab the yarn through, grab the yarn through. Now I'm going to put a treble into this next stitch here. So grab some yarn through the next treble, pull that yarn through, grab some yarn through the first 2 loops, grab some yarn through the second 2 loops. 2 chains, so that's grab yarn through, grab yarn through. Then we're going to do a treble, so grab the yarn through the stitch, grab some more yarn, pull it through, grab some yarn through 2 loops, grab some yarn through 2 loops. So we're just starting to do that kind of lacier pattern around the edge. So I'll carry on to the end of this round. Okay, so I've put a treble into each treble of the previous row with 2 chains between each treble. Just gives you that lacier effect. So I'm just going to finish it off. So I've got 2 chain, grab yarn, pull through, grab yarn, pull through, and then we're just going to do a slip stitch. So you go through the first stitch of the round, grab your yarn, pull it through that first stitch, and then through the other loop on the hook. Then you cut your thread, which I've already done, and then you're just going to grab that thread, pull it through your loop, pull it all the way through, and pull it tight. So you will have to darn in that second end, but the first end we managed to hide in, so there's only the one end to darn in. So that's the lacier version, and that's the more solid version. So I'm sure there's lots of different patterns of stitches you could actually use for that last row to give yourself various different effects. And that's a nice easy way to make a rather posh scrunchie. Thank you for listening.